I know I did not just sit up here and film this whole video just to realize the camera wasn't even on.
I know I got time, but it's time wasted. I keep looking back on my past, gotta face it. I can't trust my heart, but it keeps racing. Running too fast, now I can't pace it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Rose, and today we're gonna do a hair growth Q&A. So if you didn't know, I personally consider myself a hair growth influencer just because I was able to go from this to this, and I have dedicated my platform on TikTok and Instagram to helping others, specifically Black women, do the same, because I personally believe all Black women can grow hair.
And what about it?
So you should definitely follow me on TikTok though, because I'm almost to 1 million. But anyways, on my Instagram, I frequently do Q&As on my story just to be able to interact with you guys and to just kind of see, you know, what types of videos I need to be making based off the questions that I get. But I thought it would be fun to share some of the most frequently asked questions that I get just in general, whether it's through DMs, comments on TikTok, comments on Instagram, questions on Instagram, whatever. I just thought this would be a great time just to kind of put it all together. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this question out the way. This is the most frequently asked question that I get. DMs, comment, like literally every single video I'm getting this question. How do I grow my hair faster? And I'm so sorry to disappoint y'all, but I know I made some of y'all so mad. Please don't click off of this video.
Don't be mad at me.
You really can't grow hair super quick, and that's not just limited to Black women. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I've never seen a white girl grow 12 inches of hair in a month. I normally see a difference in hair growth for me maybe every 4 to 6 months, I would say. Only thing you can do to grow your hair is have a routine that works for your hair, be consistent with it, and be patient. And I promise you, you will see results. It just won't happen in a month. And with that being said, how long does it actually take to grow hair? So I'll honestly say, you know, if you're being consistent, a year to see a really noticeable difference, especially because Black women have shrinkage. So even if you do grow 6 inches of hair, it'll only probably look like 3 just because of shrinkage. So to see a huge difference in your hair, like in its natural state, I would say about a year, and that is perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. As someone who has a degree in biology and had a focus in molecular genetics, I can tell you for a fact that genetics has no role in how long your hair grows.
Period.
I also just wanted to nip this question right in the bud because I get asked this question a lot too. If I take hair vitamins or biotin or pills or anything like that. And the answer is no, I do not. I would never tell you or recommend that you go and get hair pills to grow your hair. Like, I've been offered sponsorships and brand deals by companies who have hair supplements, and I don't accept them because I don't think that they make a difference in your hair growth. Well, my motto kind of is what goes on your hair, like what you do to your hair, is more efficient than what goes inside your body. Don't get me wrong, I also get this question about diet, exercise, and drinking water. All that stuff is great. It's great in general just for your overall being. But I had a point my sophomore year of college, so like 3 years ago, because I'm 22, where I gained 15 pounds. I was eating them hot Cheetos. I was cutting it up, that chocolate ice cream. But I was taking care of my hair. Pills, you can try them if you want. I'm just saying, I personally don't think they're necessary. They don't make a big enough impact on your hair journey for you to go spend $20 on them. I personally say go spend $20 on a product. Okay, this one's a great question. I would say if you use this method, you should not have to moisturize your hair more than once a week. This is a method that I found has worked to keep my hair moisturized for weeks without touching it. And I am telling you, it's amazing. I talk about it in my hair Shea buttercream video that I have if you want to go look at that. Wet hair, leave-in conditioner. That's actually your hydrating, moisturizing product. That's what your moisture is. Oils and butters don't moisturize. And then add your oil and butter on top to seal that in. Hair will stay moisturized. Because if you ever take like a glass, when you put water in it, then you put like oil, like vegetable oil or whatever, you'll see that the oil will float on top because water and oil don't mix. So just think about that as your hair. You put watery based hydrating products on your wet hair, and then you put a layer of oil or butter on top. It makes it very difficult for that water to get past that layer of oil because it won't mix with it to leave your hair. So it will stay in your hair for a lot longer, which is why your hair will stay moisturized. Try it out. And I plan on doing a whole hair growth series on my channel. I do have a hair growth guide that you can purchase if you don't want to wait for the series. This question right here is probably like one of my top 5 questions that I get asked. What products do I use? So if you check out really any of my wash day videos, I want to say all the products are linked in the description box. I will do a video though of my favorite products, like a haul of all my staple products, just so you guys can see it easier. I kind of feel like different strokes for different folks. If you don't like a product because you think it's bad or harmful, please don't use it for your hair. So don't let anybody make you feel bad because you like Aussie Moist, or you like Tresemme, or you like OGX like me. Don't struggle with your hair just because someone told you not to use a product. And going off of that question, how do you find the products that work for you? And how I did that was just getting on here. I started watching a lot of YouTubers that had similar hair to me, and you will notice a pattern. So after watching like 7 to 10 YouTubers, I noticed that they were using thicker products. So that's kind of what I geared toward when looking for products. Just finding and trying to narrow down the category of products you should be looking for is extremely helpful. So I would definitely give that a shot. Okay, so let's talk about heat really quick because I think this is very important, and I have an opinion on this that I feel like may not be the most popular, because I found 2 questions that I really wanted to talk about on here. So the first one has to do with blow drying. So this person asked me, how often do I blow dry and what blow dryer do I use or recommend? And I'll leave the one that I like to use linked in the description box, and I have a video of how I blow dry my hair, which I'll also leave linked. Sorry y'all, that was my computer. Heat really just depends on the type of person. Some people are more sensitive to heat than others, and I think that a lot of times that depends on your texture. I have thick, dense, coily, kinky hair, so my hair is not very sensitive to heat. But my sister, who has looser hair, finer hair, she had heat damage. She had a transition from heat damage. I never had a transition from heat damage. The things I would kind of think of factor-wise are how often you should use heat. So again, if you're more sensitive, use it less often. The temperature, I could probably straighten my hair in a higher temperature than someone else, or blow dry. And your heat protectant. I would recommend you use a heat protectant. I recommend you use a heat protectant regardless of the type of hair you have. I blow dry really honestly whenever I feel like it. Usually it's about once a month. This question right here is also frequently asked. How often do I trim my ends, or how often do I think you should trim your ends? And PRN, that's like a medical term. I'm a med student, sorry, for as needed. Please trim your hair as needed. Do not trim your hair just because it's been 6 weeks. Trim your hair when you see that your ends are split, when your ends are thin, when they're crusty, when they're looking all kinds of crazy in your styles and you know you need to trim, then trim. I trim usually every 4 to 6 months. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter. It really just depends on how I'm wearing my hair. So like for the past few months, I've been protective styling, so my ends have been moisturized and tucked away, so I don't have a need to trim. My ends look very, very, very good. And yeah, that's just kind of how it is for me. Okay, this question right here is perfect because I actually do have 2 videos. I recently posted an updated wash day routine. If you're gonna go check that out. Just to put it on in a nutshell, I detangle and condition my hair first, and then I'll twist each section after I'm done detangling, and then I'll shampoo my hair with the conditioner still in with my hair in those twists, because by doing it this way, I prevent myself from getting a lot more tangles than I would have had if I would have shampooed first, and then also helps keep my hair moisturized because shampoo can be drying. It's what it's supposed to do because it's supposed to cleanse your scalp, but you can kind of like alleviate that a little bit. And then I will deep condition, and I'll usually deep condition anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half. And that's it. This question right here is also asked a lot. How do you prevent dry scalp? So 3 things I would say are very important if you have dry scalp or if you have a bad scalp right now. So being cautious of the products that you're using and how you're using them, hot oil treatments, and apple cider vinegar rinses. So I do have a video on hot oil treatments already on my channel. With the whole products thing, I would definitely say like If your products do not mix well together, that will cause your hair to have flakes. Or if you use too much product, it'll cause your hair to have flakes. Or if your hair is sensitive to that product and it doesn't react well, you will get flakes. So just being cautious of what you're using. So I don't do wash and goes often because I use a lot of product, like a lot of gel, and I get flakes. And I don't like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
So I don't do wash and goes a lot. How do you define your curls and stretch them? So I have a wash and go video on here. Y'all have a lot of videos on here. I didn't really realize. That explains how I define my hair. That kind of goes into the next question. Really not a question about shrinkage. Shrinkage is a sign of healthy hair. But shrinkage can also be frustrating and annoying. I say that because in the wash and go, my hair will come all the way up to here, even though it's to my waist when I pull it, you know, so that's kind of frustrating. I had to accept my shrinkage. I had to accept my curl pattern. And I know it's difficult with beauty standards. Most people want to have loose curly hair. Let's just be real. Nothing wrong with being a light-skinned girl with loose curly hair. You're gorgeous, but so are dark-skinned, brown-skinned girls with 4C hair, 4B hair, 4A hair. That's something to definitely work on, because one of the biggest things that I learned is if you hate your hair's not going to grow, because you're not going to be encouraged to do it. Well, I don't want to take care of something that I don't like. Next question, which is, what are the best hairstyles for hair growth? Protect the styling, because your hair will stay moisturized. When your hair is moisturized, it's not weak, which means it's not going to break off super easy, so you're going to get better length retention. Right now, I have in braids, which will stay in for about 2 months because these are very small. And it doesn't have to be weave. It can be mini twists, which I also have a video on, mini braids. You can do a ponytail. Go get you a ponytail from the beauty supply store for like $5. Great, right? Alright guys, that is the end of this video. I hope that my answers really helped you guys and gave you guys some tips, or maybe inspired you to go on your hair growth journey. Leave it in the comments where you are in your hair growth journey. I am super curious to know what's going on with you guys in your hair. Also, if you want me to do like a Q&A, just a personal one of like my life or anything like that, definitely leave me some comments. I would love to do that for you guys. I'm gonna try to be more consistent on here, since I kind of have a routine now, a little one. Please, everybody, continue to pray for those who were affected by the hurricane. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.